got baby blue skies here in Finland. Cowboy baby. We got some sunshine. It's a little chippy, I'm not gonna lie, but at least the sun is shining because it's been the rainy, bitchy, not helping the psychosis type weather lately. And I made that all rhyme. Uh, Morning motivation. Your boy Marky saying the LVOG. Haven't done it in 2 days. Still recovering. Let's get this in, shall we? Inshallah. God willing. A couple bad days, man. My whole sleep schedule was thrown off. I got this guy in the kitchen waking me up at like 6 a.m., starting parties, beating up chicks, wrestling them. They were really beating him up. And then we went and spent the night somewhere else. My phone's off, so I don't have Wi-Fi to do it anytime, which I usually do. And I haven't been getting in my gym time, so it's fucked up my whole sleep schedule and rhythm, and I'm trying to get back to a regular rhythm. I got orders for a company that actually owns where I've been making the shirts at, actually giving me the nod for about a 39 piece, almost 40 piece order of shirts, which is really dope. I got some little bit of sunshine at the end of the tunnel because I can get I can make some kind of income and get myself to Thailand and beat this cold weather that's coming and all this incremental weather of fucking Finland burning up your boy. You know, it fucks up your mood, dude, when you can't fucking go somewhere when you want to go, or wear what you want to wear, or feel the way you want to feel. Finland's starting to lose its charm real quick. It likes to do that. It's not some summer girl that I met. It's the toxic ex that I'm about to speak with, and not to bash my ex, but thankfully she's talking to me. It's giving me a little bit of mental reprieve because I've been only in my own head, bouncing my own ideas and fears around, having my own toxic thoughts of just how toxic of a human being I am or can be. You know what I mean? Like, for reals. Yeah, I have to think about all the abuse I learned from my father and how I exhibited some of that abuse to my ex. That's always fun, talking about that shit. It is that cold, huh? It's that cold. We gotta close the door finally. Yeah, I'm rubbing on my toes just to give them some warmth. Yeah, the weather's changing, and so is my mentality. I have this feeling that I could move past everything positively and just kind of walk away from the situation. At least that's what my best friend was saying. She's like, "Don't talk to her. All she wants is attention. Don't give her the attention." Give me the speech, and then I'm on some. All I've had is the only thoughts I've had in my head, or my own thoughts, and it's nothing but dread and bad thoughts. And I'm sure she's not. I know for facts nothing she's going to say to me is going to bring our baby back, but it might give me some clarity instead of having just these fucking thoughts in my head, and then just only my thoughts ping ponging around in my head, and it's just a lot of just toxic behavior. Really, it's toxic. Like, I'm not successful enough. I'm crashing on my homeboy's couch. I don't want to be the dude on the couch. I want to be successful. I want to be the man that always has money in his pockets and can pay for taxis and can pay for food and can pay for fun. And instead of down to the skins, then you got none. That's never fun when you're down and out and on the couch. And I'm sure. I mean, Mika remembers this about 10 years ago. I'm like almost in the same position. It's like I didn't even grow up. I'm 43 years old. And when I was at your house, at your mom's house at 33, 10 years ago, yeah, I was sitting there fucking needing help, no money. Girlfriend kicked me out, and I'm living off the love of my friends. And I don't want to be the toxic friend that only has friends when I need things, but I want to be the friend that always has something when I don't need things. I want lifetime friendships, and I want my friends to be able to come crash on my couch, and I want to be the dependable one and one that they can count on. And here's my weed right here. Yeah. And vice versa, and I think of all the toxic behaviors of relationships where it didn't work out, like my festival, and it sucks running out of money. It sucks when you run out of money and you lose your business or you run out of your temper and you scare off your ex or what are their toxic behaviors that I exhibit. The girl told me, she said, when you don't get your way, I don't like the way you talk to me. And apparently I get, grumpy or I'm different or trying to identify just how toxic I am. And I thought to myself, I was like, really, that's most human beings. In my head, I was like, most human beings try giving them the answer that they don't want, or try giving a kid not a popsicle or something like that. See what happens if you don't give them what they want, right? Us as human beings don't exactly act uh, maleficent. I want to call magnanimous. We don't act exactly, nice about things. When we don't get what we want. I don't know a lot of people that are just like, oh, thanks, that's what I really wanted. No, they act happier when they get what they really want. And I think we all act like dicks when we don't get what we want. And I'm trying to think that, I did some research on sociopaths, psychopaths, and turns out I got more empathy than that. I do flinch when I see uh, crazy shit happen on the screen. Yesterday, we were at his friend's house and we were eating, and they were talking about some of the Libyan army, and they were eating fucking hearts and shit. And I'm like, oh my god, I'm eating. I can't do this. Whew. Not like a Finland bong rip.
Yeah.
And I do. I'm both people. I talked about a growth mindset and a fixed mindset this morning. And as a competitor, I don't have that much sympathy for my opponents. And I think that's what's leaked into my toxic behavior is if I see someone as an opponent, I don't have that much empathy for them. And that goes to my siblings, that goes to my ex, that goes to all people involved. It's like if you're my enemy, then you're not with me, then you're against me. And I always battle those people that are against me. I've always been a rebel. I battle against the governments. I battle against, financial institutions. I make income off the books. I'm not trying to pay taxes. I'm not trying to be a part of their system. I'm not trying to be part of the matrix. I wanted to be free from the matrix. I wanted to be free to see this world. And part of me was like how selfish I can be for wanting these things. I spent a lot of time away from my family, and they get older. My grandma's not getting younger. And one of my biggest fears is what happened to my friend when he lost his grandma. Then 1 month later, he lost his mom. And you're just like, that would just kill me inside. And I'd like to be nicer to my mom. I'd like to learn to be nicer to my mom and get along with her and have a better relationship with her, better relationship with my siblings, these are in better relationship with my business, and just be better at these things, and not being good at them I'm not okay with. So this is one of those things where I had to finally get back on the horse and get some orders and dig myself out of my own holes and get my phone back on and get back in these games and be a better human being. I can't undo what's been done, but I'm at the point in my life where I can do better. And I'm this close to getting some sales here. We're about to go to this smoke shop. There's another smoke shop to I think it's a cool smoke shop that people can call him and he'll come downstairs and open the smoke shop. Very entrepreneurial. And just get some sales. If we can get some pallets in these countries, then we'll be the suppliers, and I can get multiple pallets somewhere. It's just like I'm in the green, and I'm doing the thing, and possibly going into Stockholm, and I'd like to. I got no money, and I'm still dreaming. Stockholm, and Copenhagen, and Amsterdam. These guys are in Amsterdam. The Futurola company. I'd love to get down there and fucking be able to just partake in some of these big business moves. They're moving Mike Tyson around the world. He's going to Amsterdam. He's going to Germany. He's fucking doing the European tour, and I'm like, it's perfect timing. I mean, they pretty much got. I don't know if anybody's got Germany there too, but that could be another market as well. just be able to get to some sales and get myself out of my own holes and get myself back into a rhythm, get myself back into my workouts and about a positive mindset. 1 week of not working out has been horrible on my fucking mental health, and it, bad sleep schedules and all sorts of shit just fucked me all up. So I got caught in the Chikorilla triangle. The Finland ways is a certain rhythm to life around here, and it is dictated by the weather, and it is dictated by your rides and timing and trains and friends, and it's all of those things. So you gotta balance all those lives. I gotta get in some sort of an order with this one guy. If I get an order in with him, he'll be uh 18 different businesses, dude. I can be in there like swimwear. So I'm trying to be in the big business sector where people order in the thousands on a regular basis and just order straight from me. And all they got to do is make a phone call with my phone on, hopefully, and make one phone call and get me in the game so I can fucking keep moving this train. The plan is to get into Thailand, beat the weather here. It's already starting to get cold. Thankfully, I got some cold clothes I can wear and roof over my head. One of my good friends is moving back here. He's been gone through it. He has I haven't talked to him in almost 2 years, and he called me and finally said, I've been a shit friend, and you're a brother to me, and I love you very much. I just been going through this divorce, and now I'm moving back. I want to see you, and that's really what it comes down to, is like seeing a lot of these friends not handle it so well. I really started to see it differently because we were watching TV. I forget what show it was, but like um watching people process their depression and watching the King speech, the birthday speech yesterday. I'm like, I'm grateful that I'm not drinking my life away in a bar and borrowing from my friends and going that route and not taking showers and haven't washed in a long time. I'm not that depressed, and I'm grateful that I'm not that depressed. I'm grateful that I'm not depressed to do hard drugs and like pick up new habits. These last 2 days, I could easily picked up like a pill habit or a heroin habit or a meth habit. I could have picked up some habits, and it wouldn't have fixed my topic. Even my friends, when they were doing it, she was like, "Don't do drugs." I was like, "Yeah, I need to stay clean. I need to stay on these workouts." And I even invited my friends on some workouts because the one I was like, "Come on a walk with me." I don't know if you can make it over here or not, but come on a walk with me, and I'll even come meet you and grab you and pick you up for a walk and kind of break the cycle, walk further than the local bar, and come get some fresh air, and come get a shower. Let's clean up the house. uh Full self-control. Yeah, I mean, I do have some self-control. I don't want things to get worse. I don't want to double up on my failures. That's the whole point of calling my ex, is to learn from my failures and learn from my mistakes and see to become the better man. I knew I was already close to it. That's the worst part. Before she wanted to never had the baby, it's like it kept exhibiting scary behaviors at bad points, and I didn't get to reinforce the good Marky Saint. I got to be like the devilish side of me and the addiction side of me, where I do lose my temper with talking with my friends, and the look in their eyes when they talk about their boys, and these girls playing games with their boys, like, I'm gonna keep the boys and you're never getting them back, and I'll see you in court, or whatever, that kind of shit my homie's been going through. I was like, nah, dude, I want to fucking battle back. I'm not trying to make the situation worse. And I've had made the situation worse multiple times. I'm pissed at myself for making things worse and not getting touchdowns, and not winning the game, and not winning at my business, and not moving my things, the most expensive things in the place. I left there that day, and the next day I was getting evicted. So he totally just had at random whatever art and shirts and all my smoke products. They just grabbed it, and I got basically robbed. So not only had I been paying these people tens of thousands of dollars for rent, over, it was like $15,000 in rent, and about $3,000 in wholesale value just alone of what the products that they took. and it just fucking sucks to watch loss after loss. You lose relationships. You know, you don't get to treat people as effective as you want to, especially when you're under pressure and you know, you're losing your business and you're getting evicted, and you got to move all this stuff, and you don't have the money and time and the energy and your friends. And I made one run that night, but in nowhere in my soul did it say go back and make another run. Don't go to sleep. And by the time I woke up, my buddy was already taking pictures of the cops outside of my shop when I was getting evicted. So it hurts. It hurts the soul. It's not one of those fun days where you want to be a part of, breaking into your own shop and having the cops arrest you. And that's real. Uh, yeah, if I would have went back into my shop, they had some tweakers moving the shit across the street and watching out for all my stuff because they knew I wanted my stuff bad, and watched all my stuff get stolen, and then watched relationships deteriorate. And I think that's the worst part, is the relationships being deteriorated when you have so much love for people and relationships with them, and then they don't go well. You know, like, it's so cool to be here. Mika's so chill. But the last experience, I was thinking, you know, I was cleaning at the last place, but the homeboy was bitching every morning. He was just so bitchy and complaining and yelly, and it was just like, bro, cut it out. Does it have to be every day? And trust me, it was a motivator to get into the gym and get away from negative energy. Or my other buddy, I was just thinking this morning when I was taking a piss, he was like, "Hey, Marky, we're peeing sitting down, right?" And he actually wanted to control the way that I peed. So that was interesting, you know. Or the time my homeboy switched a fork out in my hand because he wanted a fork. He wanted a certain fork. He actually switched the fork out of my hand. I was like, wow, you know. So the levels of chill and being able to catch up on some sleep and catch up on some stretching. I'll be able to fucking get some orders and get myself in this game and get myself plugged in with somebody who's got 18 businesses, and hopefully he orders like 1,000 shirt from one, 1,000 shirt for another. He gives all these giveaway shirts and hoodies. I get them all fucking printed and handed out. That would be dope. That would be super dope. So making my dreams happen as far as business, I was like, you know, if I could keep international business going, you know, printing, finding print shops near me. It's kind of the what's kind of funny is it's kind of like the print on demand systems that I use, but as bigger. There was one, it's called Guten, and Guten, I was talking with them at the Magic convention, a couple conventions actually. I kept seeing them. I even talked with the owner, but the system didn't plug right with my IT guy, so we use Printify instead. But that's not even working right now. But it's supposed to just get the order, send it to the print shop that's nearest to the order. Scooter Boy, and what's the other one? Go all the way to the order, and then it goes to the nearest print shop. They print it and ship it to the person, right? Make it look like yours. Well, Printify does that mostly in America, but Guten does it in Europe too. I think they have like print shops in like Ireland and the UK, and you know, the closer the better, right? And that's what's happening with the import export. It's like to print to get or to ship Mike Tyson a whole pallet from America to Finland would be astronomically um, large. It would be too much too soon. So it's one of those things where it's like we have to get to Amsterdam. Amsterdam's way closer, and be able to get the shipment straight from the factory. That would be an awesome journey to go on a road trip and go get all these Tyson runs and blunts in the vehicle and go into Amsterdam. My buddy had this shirt, or his buddy had the shirt, but it was a Wu Tang collab. And this year, Wu Tang and Nas went on a tour, a European tour, and I didn't realize I was on a European tour, but I guess I'm on a European tour. This Euro trip has they I did almost everything they've been to. So they were in Dublin, Ireland. They were in Manchester, UK. They were in London. They were in let me think on this thing. The things I haven't been was Copenhagen, Stockholm, and Amsterdam. In Paris, I'm not really interested in Paris, but if I can knock out those three cities in one trip, That would be like taking the Wu-Tang Clan trip. Oh, and they were in Berlin too. So it's like almost all the cities that I've been, um, the tour, the Wu-Tang tour. So I'm on some Killer Bee tour. If we can kill these little sections and get some of these countries and be the first one with like a palette of them, it's like planting a little flag and being on the top of the hill, and top of the hill, and put it right on top of the hill and be the only distributors for the next couple of years before other people catch on, and put a little wedge in it, and yeah, bring a bunch of fucking products. And that's really what the whole dream's been about. It was the first thing I wanted to do and did was import shirts, those addiction brand shirts, all the way from Thailand, and get these factories and get some of these products to America and just sell them for double. It wasn't like rocket science, but it's been 10, 13, 15 years of hard work and no science, and focusing on work instead of my depression. And I really learned that that's what we were watching. Watching it from, we're watching these military guys talk about comedy, and we're talking about dark sense of humor, military men and people that have seen really disgusting things, and even some of the soldiers in Libya and stuff. The guy went around the world to some Taliban places in Iraq and shit. Like, he was talking to people about how humor has alleviated their stress for some of the most traumatic things to it, like a full-on burn victim. He would use, I thought it was so unique. He said he would bring a fart noise maker with him. So when people stared at how bad his burns were, he would make a fart noise and they would just light up. And you're looking for the light in people's eyes instead of, the zombies or the people that are just like dead and or losing at life. When life is kicking your ass and you're not feeling good. Case in point, the girl that was here, she literally got caught. I was shocked by her story, because in America, if you get a DUI, you're definitely going to jail. They didn't take her to jail. They took her to the hospital, got her a blood test, and brought her back to her car, let her pull her car off to the side, and gave her a ride home. I was shocked. I was like, the police in America would never do that. And then I started to remember how much shit I've been through, like, especially just, less than 6 months ago in January, to go to 3 different jails. That's how I started off my year. And it's just shit, like, it's tough. Life can be a bitch. So it's like, you got to find some things to laugh at it. You got to find some humor in it. You got to find some closure. That's why I've been waiting for this phone call and just have some closure moments on shit that didn't work out. Like, it has to be let down the river like a Viking boat lit on fire, and just wave at it, because it's going, it's gone, it's been gone. And time for some Viking boats to be burned, and to get some shit done, and keep it moving forward. So the idea of this trip, what I did last, when I first traveled the world, before I knew anywhere I was going, I went on a little bit of a trip inside America and wanted to say kind of like goodbye to my grandma and my stepdad, and went into Colorado and my best friend in Oklahoma and all this shit, just because I didn't know how long I would have been traveling for, and didn't know if I'd ever was going to see him again. Kind of pessimistic if I'd make it, This could be the last time that we talk, type shit. And that's what I was doing with this journey, is go be around my friends and get some healing, and, remember the journey that happened before. It's been, what's 10 plus years, and then it becomes 4 plus years, and you don't get to see your friends as much. And then you get here and you're like, holy shit, I really did come to a unique environment, and these cultures, as unique as Turkey is, and Germany and Spain, and everybody had their own vibe, and everybody had their own language and styles, and to be, I can't believe I was talking about it. Finland, of all the places to be, it's so landlocked, and it has its own vibe and language too. So you get in these unique pockets of experiences that are just like, no fucking way, dude. Like, I really have come to Finland and started wanting to learn the language, and be here on a regular basis. And it's so far from Sweden. Sweden, they're their own people, they're their own style of people. It's so far from Russia. Russia is like they're their own people, and it's far from things, and it becomes a pocket of experience. And I want to get into that pocket of New Zealand and make it that far. That's the journey, is to say what's up to the homies around the world. Haven't seen in a long time. Haven't seen Thailand in a minute because of COVID, and they have full on weed laws there. So it's like, to see my favorite place on the planet with legal weed, it was like the only thing that was missing. Like literally everything else was great food on the cheap, natural resources, and beautiful weather at that time, during the winter months. And it's a great way to beat the winter. Just saying, got to beat the winter. You got to beat the Finland winter. It's a real thing. It's not something to just whisper about. Everybody's, the winter is coming. It's a real thing. It's a real thing when things get cold, and weather doesn't let you move, and you end up becoming huddled in. And I was watching their TV show where everybody was on the couch. They called them couch potatoes, and they filmed people watching Finland shows on their TV, and it was so interesting to see the cultures and people, and just imagine yourself in front of your screen and what you look like when you're watching TV, and and things that you laugh at, and it was so interesting that people paired up too. So I think, I found all my worldwide stoners. We paired up, and then the other people started to look like each other. So I was just thinking, it's just, watching who I pair up with, my habits, my patterns, and about to get told about my toxic self, and just how bad I fucked it up. But I want to hear it. I'm always open to constructive criticism, and something that I kind of pride myself on is I'll pick myself apart, but also listen to other people pick myself apart and try to find out who I am, and not try to impose who I am, or dictate who I am. That kind of thing. It's like, I don't have to put my dick on the table every time I come into a room. I don't have to be part of every conversation. I like listening more. It's been a good asset for me, especially when it's in a different language. All you can do is listen. You can't even talk when it's in a different language. So that's a interesting thing for a talker. But I don't know, talk my way out of this one, but listen to it, and absorb it and work it out and get back to the log gym. That's what it's for, and the heavy bag is, those get to take the punches, and not the people around me, and not with my mood, or all that other shit, and bring my A game, and take some of that B game out to the log gym and the stairs, and the workouts. It's a great place to leave stress and anxiety and all the other things. Is about the only good medicine that I can say, is some mix of forest and workouts and gyms is a good combination. So yeah, I'm ready for this phone call. Get told off about myself and all my shortcomings, and then I get to build on that, and this journey. Even though it's taken a stumble and ran out of money, it kind of ran out of gas. I got to go get my gas can and put some more gas in the car, keep the journey going, and make it to the next destination, and beat the weather. That would be a hell of a touchdown. And be in Thailand when the weather's awesome, back in Thailand, would be a hell of a touchdown. With legal weed would be amazing. And to get some sales, my buddy's already there. He wants to be a part of it too, and get another country where we can sell Mike Tyson blunt wraps and cones. Dude, it'd be sick. So looking forward to some touchdowns, some new cultures. I know Thai culture, but I know nothing about New Zealand, and I think it would be a hell of a journey, to make this worldwide trip on everybody's couch with all my friends, getting all the healing I can get, and absorbing shit. By the time I circumference the globe, I would have come up with my own closure on this shocking event, and then have kept working and set up a network to push products and sell my shirts around the world, literally, and my brand be worldwide. And also set up import export business internationally. So that's what we've been up to. So I gotta go get this shirt order in. Thanks for thanks for the invitation, Matt. Reconnect. Yeah, there it is. Thanks for the invitation, bro. I never thought I'd get to see New Zealand, but it's one of those things. I think there'd be a lot of cool warm and cold season there, and vibes and learning and part of being on the edge of the world and seeing what I've seen my whole life and you know staring out into the ocean, the biggest ocean in the world, just all the way in the cooch, man. That's the edge of the world right there. So leave it there and come up with a new plan when I come back. I always try to come back strong into America and with a vengeance and my energy back and wanting to do events and wanting to have my tent up and do more be there on the scene with my new designs and just start flexing all the designs and pushing the products and yeah, punching a dent in this universe. So it's your boy Marky Saint back from basically my depression. I got some rest and I'm still in the game. So I got shit to do. And so do you. Go get it done, son. That's your morning motivation. I'm definitely motivated. That was a hell of a bong rip. And I'll see you on the other side. As soon as you like, share, and subscribe. And as always, Chigathon. Yes, that means goodbye, but not forever and finish. And I will see you on the other side as soon as you like, share, and subscribe. Ciao.